Hello and welcome back to the channel and to Tavern Manager Simulator. So we are playing this in real time. We're going to follow the tutorials and I'm going to capture those in episodes and try and keep them to around about 30 minutes. If you've missed episode 1, do go back and watch that because there is a top tip for you, which will mean you can get 150 gold to set you on your way from the outset. So, quick recap. We've taken a delivery. So we do have our first barrel of ale ready to go here. We've got 5 whole pints, we've got 10 tankards ready to serve our customers, but we've not yet been able to open our tavern, which I'm guessing is where we're going to pick up. So the task there says fix the sign, and as always there's a nice on-screen prompt to guide us on our way. Okay, so we're going to press X on these buttons to fix the sign. There is some nice haptic feedback there as well. And then it looks like we're going to be choosing the name of our tavern. So the directional pad changes the shape of the sign. Quite like. Let's go for that one. L1 and L2. Change the picture, and triangle changes the name. So the green horse, the well-fed basilisk, the grey troll, patched basilisk, the red pony. Let's see what picture we got. We got a unicorn. Oh, there's quite a few. Something with dragon, I think. The one-eyed dragon. Okay, let's go with that. There we go. Beauty. We now have a tavern name. Opening and closing of the tavern. Open your tavern so that customers can enter. To do this, turn the column with the sign, approach the column and press X. You can change the sign whenever you want. Oh, okay. Opening and closing of the tavern. You can also close the tavern at any time. For example, to take care of business in the tavern without being distracted by customers. That's good. Okay, so let's press X here to open our tavern, and there we are. The one-eyed dragon is open for business. So controls wise, really simplistic. The L2 button will mean that you can run, and as you've seen on episode 1, pretty much all interactions are with the X button. We also do have via the circle, sorry, not the circle button, R2, there's a radial wheel here, where at the moment we just have the mop option, so we had to use that to clean up around the place. So, new quest, pour a mug of ale. Making a drink. Click on workplace with X to start creating an order. Hold down X to pour into the cup. Release X when the arrow is in the yellow or green area. If you spill the drink, don't forget to clean up after yourself. Retrieve the order from the stand by clicking on the order by X. Okay. So let's do that now. X to use. Hold down X. Oh, so if you get into the green, you get perfect. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make 3, and that's because we have 3 seats. So X to pick this up, put it onto our tray, We don't need to ask them what they want because we've got a heads up display showing us there. It looks like we can talk to them as well. What's happened? I'm asking you to leave. Nothing. On the town square, someone is playing the lute so loudly that only the deaf dog on the corner started to howl along. Not even. We've got another customer. Grab another ale. There we are. And we'll have a chat as well. Hopefully that... so that adds to our reputation. So we get 1 reputation point every time we have a chat. The cobbler raised his prices again. He says the leather has become more expensive, but he bought himself a second-hand horse. Guest services. You need to serve guests to earn more money. You can prepare the necessary orders at a different workplace. Don't forget to clear the table after the customer. Seems straightforward. There we go. And clear the table. We have a dirty cup. We had a wash basin here. Put into the wash. No clean water. Okay. So we're probably going to need a guest to go to the well at some point. We got an ale ready to go there. There you go, sir. Have a chat. Hospitable host trophy there. Yesterday a wizard said he could fly. Today he's just lying down saying the flight was unsuccessful. Okay. So we need to clean up as we go to leave the spaces for the next customer. Pop that into the wash. I am playing this on my portal at the moment. So apologies if the quality drops out a little bit. We have run out of drinks. Oh, that was only good. Perfect. Okay. Let's serve our guests. So we have run out of ale there. I think what we're going to need to do is I'm going to have to buy some more. So we'll do that in our office here. So we'll just place an order. Sorry if I'm whizzing through this now. It's just to keep up with the demand. Press R1 to increase the quantity. To order another 5 and square for delivery. Because we are being prompted to serve 2 or 3 clients. I think we've served more than 3, haven't we, at this point? Okay, sometimes customers leave dirt on the table. Dirt damages cleanliness and prevents a new customer from sitting at the table. We don't want that. Clean the table down. Click on the table and hold down X to remove the dirt. Okay, let's do that. I need to wash the dishes. Okay, so we've got a cloth that we need to move around with the left thumbstick there. Lovely and clean. Let's tidy up. We should have hopefully a delivery as well. So we're already doing a bit of multitasking there. I could hear a horse outside. Let's put these in the wash and get our delivery. I don't know how long they wait. Water. Water is needed for washing dirty dishes and for cooking dishes. To get a bucket of water, you need a well. Hold the well handle with X, turn to raise the bucket. If you feel dizzy, you can use an alternative by holding X down and then take the bucket to your workplace. Okay, let's grab our beer first. Okay, put that in the inventory. That should automatically go through So here we're going to have to. We got 5 tankards left. Oh dear, that went bad. That one. I kind of backed out of that last one so that I didn't make it bad. Okay, let's pick up the good ones. It looks like the bad one has spilt on the floor. Make sure we get all the good ones. There you go, there you go, there you go. Talk. And I'm going to read all of the dialogue there just at the minute because we've got a couple of things on the go. I think now would be a good time. Actually, let's just clear that up. Don't want things to get too manic too quickly, do we? This is supposed to be relaxing. So we're doing pretty well here. We got 171 coins. That's because of what we found in episode 1. So if you didn't watch episode 1, then it's well worth going back to have a look. And we'll just serve this last good pint, I think, to a customer, and then I'm going to go and close up. Oops, I didn't serve that. There we are. And how are you doing? Okay, so it looks like our reputation bar up there is going quite well, actually. Let's tidy this up. What I don't want to do is leave the bar open and not serve people, because I think that might damage our reputation. Let's just give this one. I don't want to serve a bad pint, but oh, that's probably not the thing to do. Let's go and close up. Someone's left muddy footprints. We are now closed, so we can catch up with some tasks. Let's clean the floor on the way through. So tasks, draw water from the well. So let's just take this and this and pop that in the back there. We're going to need to tidy that up. Beautiful. So what we want to be able to do really is, while we are closed, is get ourselves set up for the day ahead. So we've used all of our tankards, so that means we have used and sold 10 pints of ale at 10 gold coins each. I think because I served a bad one, there was a prompt that came up on the screen that said -5, so I'm guessing they only paid half the price because it wasn't a great pint. And so now we have all our dishes in the wash, although you can't see that on the screen. It does show that there's 10 tankards in there, but we don't have any water. We have some presumably horse poop there from the delivery. So we were prompted to press and hold X. We got a bucket of water to grab. Take that into our kitchen. That's not the kitchen. Okay, so that has filled up the water. Okay, and then we need to have a look at how we wash our dishes. Dirty dishes. If you run out of dishes, you won't be able to create new orders. Keep track of the amount of clean dishes and periodically wash dirty dishes. Press L1 to place it in the water. Use X to rinse off the dirt in the water, and R1 to take it out of the dish. Okay, let's give it a go. So R1, move it across. R1, move it across. R1, that's quite nice. So we could get that done quite quickly, actually. Everything is clean. So we now have, reputation. Serve customers to gain reputation. You need reputation to develop the tavern. The more customers you serve, the more famous your tavern will become. Strive to create orders of proper quality. We did that already, but failed with one of them. The quality of the order affects the reputation you will gain. For a perfect order, you also receive tips. But for low quality order, you lose reputation. Okay, so you don't lose coins, but you lose reputation. So we don't want to do that. So we have 0 tankards to wash. The on-screen prompt says everything's already clean, and we have half a sink of water. Now what I'm just going to try at this point is whether we can top that up, or we need to wait till it runs out completely. So it looks like half a bowl of water will do 10 tankards. So it is allowing us to take water from the well. It's giving us another bucket. So we'll see whether we can top up that wash basin. Yes we can. Okay, so that gets us set up nicely for the day ahead. So we've got a full sink full of water. Over here we have 10 clean tankards. Importantly, what we don't have is any ale, so we're going to need to place an order. It doesn't look like there's any real need to sleep in the bed and rest. Through the game, we could just play through and get prepped for the day ahead. So let's go and order our next 10 ales. Resources 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and okay, so it looks like so just over on the right there, it's telling us that our order cost is going to be 50 gold coins, and the warehouse will have then 10. I don't know whether that means that's the complete capacity of the warehouse. It looks like it could hold quite a few, actually. This is our warehouse here, and although we don't see those other items on there, we did also find some other items on our episode 1 when we explored the area outside the tavern. So again, if you haven't watched episode 1, it is worth doing that, because there's some items out there that are of interest. Here's the delivery, nice and prompt. We take the barrel, which turns into a sack, and that will go into our inventory. We now have 2 barrels of ale, and there we are. We got 10 to go. Our tavern is currently closed. It is 3:37 in the morning, so let's just sleep until the morning. Okay, and we've earned the time for bed trophy. Okay, so hopefully we have some early morning drinkers. Let's go and open up for the day. The one-eyed dragon is open for business. There we are. Come on in, sir. And immediately he's interested. We like. Come on in. All are welcome. Pay no attention to the huge cloth things either side. You just take a seat at the bar. So let's prep some drinks. Let's try and get them perfect. Perfect. 3. Okay, so the reason that makes 3 is we have 3 seats there. And we can serve a perfect pint, which should get us a new level. Sorry, I pressed circle to be able to put the tray down, and I've clicked through whatever we were prompted to do next. So it does say that the task is to buy a new tavern level. So let's carry on this service, and then we'll see what we're able to unlock. Just going to clear that floor up. We do want our reputation to be as intact as possible. Our first guest that's finished and left. Money and also a bit of a mess. So if we don't clean this up quickly, then we won't be able to have that space available to the next guest. So I would assume then the time of day determines how many guests you get. I'm not sure exactly. I thought they weren't going to pay then. And I don't know whether if you pour the ales and then leave them, they go bad, which is why I'm not preparing too many of them. We'll put our tankards into the wash there. Everything's already clean. Okay, there we go. So we take this one, serve, which makes them happy. Have a chat to them. That gives us a reputation point. Rumour has it that the great abstainers went to block all roads to the brewery. The king even doubled the guard. So yeah, I've bits of dialogue there to read through. Again, messing up the floor. Give that a brush. So in terms of customers, they do have a kind of little thing over the head that they want. At the moment, we can only serve ale, so if they want anything other than that, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. Oh, that was only a good one. Oh. King of the Taps trophy. Okay, so we are going to make sure that we only get the good ones on the tray here. We'll give you that. We'll tidy this up. And I'm going to... Okay, so that's good. It only puts the... Can I put that back down? Yeah, I can. Because what I'm going to do is... How can we get rid of this? Bad one. Can we put it in the wash? No. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. That's unfortunate, because I don't really want to serve a bad one again. There's got to be a way to get rid of the bad one at some point, but we don't seem to have that capacity yet. We can only put empty ones in the wash. So I'm sorry, but that's knocked our reputation down. Let's try and build it back up. 3 pints left. Let's tidy this up. With the old brush there. Let's get these. We've got 3 tankards, 3 pints. That feels like a good way to end the day. Okay, so that's a good end to the service. We've got 3 perfect pints there. And then I think what we better do is we're going to close the tavern. Because we don't want to be turning customers away. Oh, I'm not very efficient at that. I don't want to ruin my reputation by turning people away. We do need to buy some more ale anyway. So let's go ahead and, well, we'll serve these people. Okay, so that takes care of our guests here. So that's a nice, feels like a nice end to the day. And then we can have a look at what we can unlock in terms of the tavern. Exciting times. Let's go do a bit of washing up. 5. So whilst we've got no customers to serve, we'll be good to go with this. People's favourite. We like. Okay, so that's cleaned all those up. So we should have, 8 there. Take our earnings. So we got a healthy bank balance here. We've got 291 gold coins. Put them in the wash. So that's there. Put the tray down to be able to wash them. L1, drag it across with a directional button. And then R1. Each time we do that, it washes 2 of them. We have used half the water. We can top that up with water from the well here. Hold down the X button to draw water from the well. Grab the bucket and use the L2 button to run. Oh, we don't want to put that there. It goes in there. So we've got nice clean tankards, a full sink of water. We don't have any ale, but we are being prompted to go and buy a new tavern level. So let's do exactly that. There's a map on there as well. Okay. So I think those points of interest, little hint there for episode 1 and what we found. Okay, so we can now, because we're reputation level 2, we can head over to improvements. Okay, so we do have to do them in order by the looks of it. I was just looking at what was available there. I was skipping ahead. Okay, tavern level 1, trash bin. That will cost us 25. Oh, okay. Throw bad food off the tray. So I think this answers the question of where we can put the bad beer. So if we did a bad pour, it didn't seem like we had any option other than to serve it and decrease our reputation. Now you can throw away poorly turned out dishes so you don't have to serve them to your customers and preserve your reputation. Go to the trash and hold X. Okay. It's still prompting us to buy a new tavern level. We got 296 gold coins, and so we are in a pretty decent position. So 50 gold coins unlocks a tavern expansion, new clients, new furniture, and new decoration. That all sounds very promising. So I think we can afford 50 gold coins. Obviously, need to be wary that we need to leave enough to get some ale, and 50 gets us 10 pints. So we're being prompted now to explore the tavern. It looks like some of that rubbish that was blocking this off has disappeared. New quest. Furniture. To serve more customers, you can buy and place furniture in the tavern. Ordered furniture will arrive on your cart as a resource. Your furniture will appear in your inventory when you take it to the warehouse. Open your inventory using R2 and select the furniture you want to place. Place it in the available spot for your furniture. So if it seems like I'm struggling to read the words a little bit, it's because I am on my portal. Hopefully it's nice and legible on the video. Now I can deliver furniture for my clients here. Order and receive new furniture. Okay. We still got 246 gold coins, so I think we're good there. Let's go to then delivery. Let's just have a quick look at our bar. Okay. So for 50 gold coins, we can have an extra seat at the counter, and we get more crockery. That feels like it would be good. Okay, so I've done that. Sorry, how did it go? I don't know. You go across to the next one. Tavern expansion. Table for leftovers, and we can increase the warehouse. Don't think we need to do that at the moment. Don't need to spend all my gold coins. But if we go out to our bar area, we now have 4 lovely seats. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 15. So we've got 15 tankards, which means that we can serve more people. I don't know whether that means that the barrel capacity increases. This is looking good. We're making some progress. And I also was going to buy some furniture, wasn't I? So back to the book. And over to delivery. So we're going to need 2 things here. For the quest item, we can buy a simple table for 2 for 35 gold. And then, of course, we are going to need to buy some beer. And then once we've done that, that feels like a good place to end episode 2. Let's go and wait for our delivery. So the settings menu, other than some kind of look sensitivity and the audio, the other thing you can do is set how frequently the game auto-saves, which I think is set to 5 minutes. Here's Mr. Horsey and the delivery. Here's our wonderful new furniture, which again for some reason is in a sack. That will go into our inventory. Still not quite sure what we do with these other things. Physical furniture. Let's get that. Ah, there's our table and chairs. So if it's red, we can't place it there. but we can plonk that over there. Perfect. Order and receive a decoration. You are free to decorate the tavern walls, floors and tables. Order decor in the special section on the Tavern Management table. Open your inventory using R2 and select the decor you want to place. New decorations will be unlocked as you progress through the game. Okay. So let's, how much we got? 161. Let's just see how much they cost first. Okay, and decorations. We have, okay, so it's only 5 for a cactus. Let's get ourselves a cactus. So that little bar on the bottom there says how long it takes before the cart's available again by the looks of things. So where are we at? We have about a third of the way through reputation level 2. We're currently on day 3. We got 156 gold coins. We've expanded our bar from 3 seats to 4. We also did an upgrade to upgrade our tankards here from 10 to 15, which was included with this upgrade. That was 50 gold coins, so not too bad. I'm not ordered any ale yet. It initially held 10. I don't know whether that means that the upgrade will mean that it includes 15. And we've just ordered our first decoration. So the cactus is in a fairly big package. That becomes a sack that we can't see on there. Physical. The cactus. Let's put that. Do we want it? Can we put it on the bar? Let's put it on the table. Like so. Okay, so we're moving nicely through the tutorial there. I think that's probably around about half an hour, and so we'll end that episode here. Our ales are still 10 gold coins per ale. So let's do a recap of episode 2. So we were able to choose the name of our tavern. So we fixed the sign, we were able to change the name, and by pressing X we can open and close it. We were able to serve customers to boost our reputation up to reputation level 2, which unlocked some tavern expansion options, which included increasing the capacity of who we could serve at the bar from 3 to 4. Gave us the option to unlock a table for 2 here, which means that we can serve even more customers. And we also use some gold coins to invest into increasing the capacity here, so that we've got 15 tankards, which means that we don't have to wash them so often. We washed them out the back here, so we were able to go to the well and get some water. We also checked out that we could top that up rather than wait until it was completely empty. So one barrel of water gives us about half of a bowl here, and that will wash, I think, was it 2 lots of 10 tankards, so 20, so that we don't have to go out to the well mid-service and to be able to wash the tankards. Kitchen, we haven't been able to do anything in here just yet because we're still going through the tutorial, but we did manage to get ourselves a bin, which means that if we do not pour the perfect pint, then we don't have to serve it to customers. So if you don't pour a pint that's at least good then serve it to the customer, it will affect your reputation, which is important to be able to move through the levels. So we're finishing the day there. I'm going to pick up the next episode by ordering hopefully enough ale to fill 15 tankards, and then we'll open up for service, and then we'll see where the tutorial takes us, because we're being prompted to boost our reputation, so hopefully that level 2 gives us more options. So it's a nicely paced game. It's quite relaxed, actually. I like the art style. I like the fact that as well as the tavern here, there are areas outside in the world. I don't know whether that will kind of progress into almost like mini quests, because there was a couple of areas that seem to suggest that. And I guess it will become a little bit more manic as we try and serve more people. So we're going to be trying to serve 6 guests at different points here. Be interesting to see how many of these tankards we can get on a tray at any one time, because we've also then got to make sure that the spaces are tidied down afterwards, so that guests will be able to order drinks, and also to make sure everything's kept clean and tidy to maintain our reputation. There we are, that's episode 2. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give the videos a thumbs up if you're enjoying them. I do really love to see comments in there as well. There was someone that I put a comment in an episode 1 that was really nice to see, so just keep going, which is really nice. The reason I had to restart the series, or the videos, or kind of, is because unfortunately the audio dropped out and the picture quality wasn't very good. But this is a genuine kind of playthrough from the start, so that we can unlock all the mechanics. And last but not least, if you could hit that subscribe button. There is other types of content on the channel. We've got PS5 gaming, we've got some PSVR 2 stuff on there, and yeah, just really helps out if you hit the button. Hope you'll join me in episode 3, and I'll see you there.